Monday, 20th January 2025. Bystanders at the newsstand is back on your favorite platform, Flip TV. Everyone else who come reporting for duty once again this morning. Happy New Week to all of our esteemed viewers. We appreciate you, we love you, we thank you. You are the reason why we are here. Like I always say, you are the MVPs of this particular platform here. All of our viewers, the one that are always watching live, the one that will watch after we have ended the stream, all of you are important. God bless you. We appreciate you. We love you. And as you are watching, kindly click on like button, on notifications, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and share what we are doing here with others. So thank you for always standing by us. Thank you for always watching us. We appreciate you. We love you. And then we say Happy New Week from here. You are the king and queen on this particular platform. We don't joke with our viewers here. We love them and we appreciate them here this morning. So let me start from the major headlines. Like I always have 5 major newspapers every Mondays to Saturdays, morning edition. From the Punch to the Nation to Vanguard, Daily Trust, and the Nigerian Tribune. I have 2 hard copies today of the Daily Trust and the Punch, 3 soft copies of the Nation, the Tribune, and Vanguard this morning. So let me start from the soft copies of the Tribune this morning, which says, bad news. Death toll in Niger tanker rises to 86. 86 human beings were burned to death in Niger State over the weekend. May their souls rest in peace. 80 victims given mass burials, 55 injured. Tinubu governors order months. Nigerians kick against fresh move to float another national career. Donald Trump today takes office as 47th US president. Tax reform bills knock kudos trail governor's proposal. Global oil prices behind hike on petrol price. That's what Define is saying that. The Ziani distance self from ownership of repatriated $52.8 million loot. CBN, NCC, DMB reach agreement over 200 billion telcos fee debt. Bad news. Gunmen kills Celestial Church prophet during service in Ogun. Police in Ondo bust children trafficking syndicate. Rescue 14 children in Anambra. First Bank GMD and also refute allegations, vow to defend reputation. 225. NASCO's ghost project in steel ministry this morning. Let me have Mr. Chinedu. I think that is rushing before I go to other newspaper today, this morning. So, all of our viewers, you are online. God bless you. Thanks for watching. King Joe Ogba, good morning. King Joe Ogba.
King Joe, good morning.
Good morning. God bless you. As you are watching, kindly click on that like button.
King Joe.
Let's have conversation.
The king himself.
This morning. Mr. Omowogbetu is greeting us this morning. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Oladewale, good morning, sir.
Mr. Oladewale.
God bless you. King Joe was saying that it's very sad that every time only bad news here in Nigeria, no any good news in Nigeria. Okay, it's what it is. You know, we are here in Nigeria, and if you have not watched the video where I spoke about the fact that Senator John Azuta Mbata, Ikwes are denying that they are not Igbos. You can watch it. It's on this platform. I spoke about that. Good morning to my man Chinedu. King Joe is greeting you, sir.
King Joe, good morning. Good morning, beautiful morning. King Joe, I thank you for coming this morning. It has been a while. I have not heard your voice. It's a privilege having you this beautiful morning we are reporting from the city of Lagos. Lagos, yeah, that's what they said. They call it Lagos Echo. Yes, yeah, that's where we are talking from. Good morning, King Joe.
So
you're welcome.
From the Daily Trust this morning, which says, this is the headline here. Obasanjo Buhari testify in Paris court. $6 billion Mambilla project contract deal. How do you see this morning?
Yes, they have been dragged. All this film they are giving us this morning. These are something that has taken place over the years, and the International Chamber of Commerce, Paris, needed to get clearance and be able to push that direction. But I think the present administration under Bola Ahmed Tinubu was the one who actually wanted a proper clearance on that, because it has been something that has been linked with former leaders, going into corrupt deals like these in order to siphon, not for the purpose of that deal. We also knew that I think Atiku is also missing. Even though Atiku's case has been kind of rested for lack of evidence. But let us see how these things are going to be played out at the end of the day. Jonathan Buhari, of course, we are there to answer for themselves how they managed to misplace a $6 billion contract deal. And the essence of that contract was to drive a direct foreign investment to the economy of Nigeria. But unfortunately, this is not even the last we are hearing of such. It has also been there over the years. This is what it is. We are hearing that Buhari is also involved. Most of them are involved. Obasanjo, Jonathan, all of them. Including the only person would not hear much about on issues that have to do with international corrupt deals like this is Yar'Adua. Apart from Yar'Adua, other leaders has always been involved in corrupt practices involving foreign investment in Nigeria. A lot of them are saying maybe these are one of the reasons why Nigeria up to this moment have not been able to have 24 hours electricity. We also know the one that is linked to Siemens, as at that time. A lot. But let me tell you that these are just a cosmetic cleanup exercise under this administration to create an impression they are fighting corruption. How would they be able to recover this money that was siphoned, that was not invested for the purpose of it? Well, that is Nigerian factor, according to them. Those who are pursuing corruption, who are campaigning for anti-corruption, they are the champions of corruption. So I don't know where to start from. I don't know where to begin. But it is a very clear fact that whatever that is going to come out from Paris Chamber of Commerce, International Chamber of Commerce Paris on this regard, well, Nigerians are waiting to find out who is the victim, whether it is the people mentioned or the country that is the victim. And if they are found wanted, would they be arrested? Would they be persecuted? That is just it. What is the essence of bringing this kind of story to us about looting that we don't know? Even if they are found guilty, would they be able to bring the money? Would they be found guilty in the first place, knowing that Nigeria has masters in corrupting even in foreign lands when it comes to issues that has to do with deals like these? Look at what happened in South Korea. A South Korean president is under custody now. A sitting president.
Can that ever happen in Nigeria?
I said that's why we are like this. That's why Jonathan says Nigeria should not travel out. No, Nigeria should jump out so that we cannot watch them, stand still and watch them without moving, remain stagnant and static. until they see us going down on the street on the daily basis, they will not celebrate. They have done well. It's quite unfortunate.
So let's talk about the issue of Jonathan, which you said. Jonathan is saying, is on Daily Trust, he said, Jonathan to Nigerians, don't jackpot, stay and build this country. What are your opinions about that?
That is absolutely rubbish.
That's rubbish?
Yes,
Morning, sir.
that is unjustifiable. There's no justification for that. It's an embarrassment. What Jonathan is making mockery of himself. Jonathan is making mockery of Nigerians. Jonathan is just mimicking and taking us to the gutters because they have seen it all in us that we do not even have ordinary teeth to bite, and they can always ride on us at will. They can all do anything they feel like, and nobody will cough. They have understood how weak the Nigerian youth are, how weak the student union are, how weak the civil society organizations are, how weak everybody has been corrupted, everybody has been suppressed and oppressed and put to a fix. So anybody can rise up any day and make, a life-threatening statement to citizens, and you can see them. Everybody is quiet. Nobody is saying anything. Everybody has come to understand that there's no hope again. The only thing that's left is for me to carry my cross. Nigeria is running individualistic system on surviving the economy now. Nobody want to know whether the government is existing or not, because they have automatically become very, very insignificant. So Jonathan should, in fact, excuse us of this embarrassment coming from him. Jonathan too is an embarrassment, because I don't think at this point in time this is not something that you should be talking about. Why don't you start an advocacy against these senators, former senators, leaders, ex-presidents, ex-head of states, telling them the simple truth that they should not jabber, no medical tourism for them, no business, no vacation for them, until they fix, even if it is electricity. Then you are telling people who are already dying that they should stay and die. Even in the Bible, it was recorded, but I can't get it very well, but I know that was a certain situation where people needed to move, and if they refuse to move, they would die. They said, instead of us to stay here and die, it is better. So Nigerians have every right to look for greener pastures somewhere to better their lives. Because the Nigerian government is quite unpredictable. You can't predict them. Both the senators, both the former senators, should not be seen outside Nigeria until they fix Nigeria. But you see, ordinary citizens, they should make it exclusively their right to migrate to anywhere they feel they can find greener pastures. Anybody from local government chairman, councillor, to the state governors, House of Assembly members, State House of Assembly members, senators, former ex-leaders, presidents, nobody should go on medical tourism abroad. Nobody should cross the border. Let them stay here and fix Nigeria, and not mandating us to stay here, not Japan. What is the meaning of that?
Ms. Precious Ikedi, good morning to you. Thanks for watching. You are here this morning. Mr. Adeji Olonge, good morning. Shalom to you. King Job, God bless you. He said about the rebooting little fund, and that is classic. Like I said, if you are watching, kindly click on that like button and share. Let's have a conversation this morning. King Job was saying that Jonathan is mocking us by saying that we are the one to repair Nigeria, all the political class like him. Do you agree with King Job that Jonathan seems to be mocking Nigerians?
King Joe is somebody that has always been optimistic with reality. King Joe is not a hungry man. I can tell you from all sense of belonging that this man is quite sensitive. If you look at most of his comments, his reactions to issues, he looks as if he stays in Nigeria, he's living in Nigeria, but he's not living in Nigeria. Imagine somebody of that kind of heart find himself in a position of authority. Do you know what will happen? these people will sit down and conspire. If Jonathan has political ambition, they did not want to fix him as the next president of Nigeria. He shouldn't go about running himself, his image and personality down. Nigerians have reservations against him quite well. Yes. He shouldn't be seen moving from one place to another for just the little privilege they gave him, as whatever ambassador. I don't think with this thing Jonathan is doing, I think he has lost my respect completely, because this is a clear mockery, according to King Oba. And it's also on record, because one day posterity will use it against them. That's my reaction to that.
Mr. Adewale say that ìwà ìkà, ìpanilẹ́kún ìjayé àti ìwà ọ̀bàyéjẹ́ kò déédéé ṣẹlẹ̀, àti wípé wọ́n ní kì í ṣe ìdéédéé ṣẹlẹ̀. Ó ṣe láàánú wípé àfọwọ́fà kúkú ni. He's talking about that most of our problem in Nigeria seems to be caused by our leaders or even we ourselves. That's what he's talking about. But let's go to this issue of Fulani. He said that negative portrayal of Fulani unwarranted. Nigeria should not be portraying Fulani people as how do I put it, as S-men or something. How do you agree? You agree with Kano governor? He said that stop portraying Fulani people as in a negative manner.
Because he's not a Fulani man.
He's a Fulani man.
What is the Hausas? Why is the Hausas who are indigenous people of that uptown are not talking and not saying anything? Because they have occupied virtually, they have conquered the Hausas. They have occupied virtually all the political positions. They have occupied both the traditional institutions and the cultural institutions in the north. So they conquered Hausa clearly. Obasanjo said it very clearly that Fulanis are not indigenous people of Nigeria. They are just invaders. That is the truth. And before our very eyes, these people has always come out to claim responsibility of conquest Islamization agenda that's going on in Nigeria. Nigerian government are not able to do anything because of the fear. You can see all of them. Nobody's saying anything. Have you seen any of them come out and say, La Crua, whatever rubbish they call themselves, let us chase them. Herdsmen who are killing people. They're still trying to look for a way to build Ruga in all the 36 states for them. Fulani has a bad name and a bad image in Nigeria. As simple as that.
Mr. Egbuna, Kingsley Madrid, good morning and God bless you. Okay, so you can click on that like button, yes, and then drop your comments. Let's have conversation this morning. Finally, if I let you go, because you're not here, so over the course of the weekend, we saw Ikwere groups in Rivers State. They have distanced themselves from Senator John Asutambata, who is the new Ohanes Zendigo president. Yes, I spoke on that. You can watch the video on this particular platform. But I want to have your take on that. The Ikweres, are they Igbos? Are they not Igbos? Who are the people that are behind this kind of how do I put it, shenanigans against the Senator John Asutambata on his ascension as the new Ohanes Zendigo President General?
Thank God for this privilege to add little value or my observations on something I have come to understand to be nothing but the reality. Let me tell you very clearly, the Nigerian Biafran war was quite unfortunate. Let me put it that way. And if there is history, that's why I said if there is history, what does the history of River States? What is the history of River States? Do River State have history? What did Michael Opara, the then Eastern governor of the old Eastern region, did in River State? When was it named River State? What did the meaning of Port Harcourt? How did Port Harcourt become a name? What was Port Harcourt called? What was River State called? So these are part of the things that people that cannot see physically, that we are trying to tell you that what happened in January 15th, 1966, these were part of the things that led to that coup. The British system conspired with the Fulani jihadists to make sure that they fragment any region that showed resistance against colonization. The consequences of it is what we are seeing in the entire eastern region. I'm coming to that. Yesterday, just to add to what the new Ohanese president, John Azuta Mbata, was trying to pass. And remember, the governor of Rivers State, currently now, Simi Fubara, has given his 100% backing of the zoning arrangement that allowed Rivers State and Ikwere man to emerge as the next Ohanese president, though it was still there in the Ohanese constitution. Right from 1979, as core Igbo states, 7 states are in Ohanese constitution as core Igbo states since 1979.
So, can you tell our viewers the name of the states?
Of course, now, you have Abia, you have Enugu, you have Imo, you have Ebonyi, you have Anambra State, you have Delta, and you have Rivers State. After the emergence of John Mbata as the next Ohanese president, remember, we have Barrister Okuoku, we have Ambechi, we have Michael Kiro, there was a little controversy about Michael Kiro because Michael Kiro is from Ebama in Imo State, but his mother is from Ikwere in Rivers State. So he was trying to leverage on that to make sure he matched from that angle. But it was resisted because it was an open thing. The only core people I know that are much interested who are creating this undying sentiment is Barrister Okuoku, Uche Okuoku. And Barrister Uche Okuoku is from Ikwere, River State, and has been Ohanese Secretary General for over 10, 20 years now. He wanted to become Ohanese president. But unfortunately, it didn't go in that direction. 2 days ago, the Urohan Mbako Ikwere Assembly, who went about, saying that Mbata is not qualified, the people has risen against that group now. And they are taking it directly to the governor to make sure that this sentiment that they are not able, that are not, stop with immediate effect. We can't rule out northern influence in all these things. We can't rule out the fear of Igbo. I don't know what is wrong with them. Whether they are just injected. I don't know the kind of thing that was planted. When it was zoned to Delta State under Rafumuche, from Ambassador Rafumuche from Ugwachuku, no, he didn't see any Delta man complain. Because the Northerners are interested in the resources in River States. And they knew that any form of 100% Igbo influence in River State will continue to spread resistance against Northern influence in the core South-South and Southeast areas. But in their wisdom, I thank God that man you are seeing today, that Mbata you are seeing was the one that bred Wike, that made Wike what it is politically. So it is not a joke. There will be continuity. Simi Fubara, who is an Opopo man, Bonny, not Obani. That place is called Obani. And Obani is an Igbo name, but it was later changed to Bonny by the British government. And I'm coming. Yes. King Jaja of Opopo, who happens to be a man from Bende, was the person that founded that island called Bonny and Opopo. And that is why the governor of Rivers State come out openly and make it very clearly that Opopo, he is an Igbo man.
Then
This
why
current governor now.
then why is Governor Nyesom Wike denying that it's an Igbo man?
Oh, bros, if I've been to Ikwere, I've stayed in Port Harcourt, I lived at Rumola for years. If you go to Bayelsa, Ebema in Bayelsa, that's Igbo dominated areas in Bayelsa. Today, you see it up here, complete Igbo community, more like this Oba. They are there. Well, in Amasoma, where Anamesia came from, most of Anamesia children married Igbo people. If you go there, there's no, but these are fragments of, Igbo people that regeneration happened to. It can happen to anybody, but that does not mean you are going to deny your identity because you want people to see you that, okay, what are you afraid of? Are you okay? Somebody, one of the man from that area, it was asking their people on live broadcast on TV. He said, "You are denying Ikwere. Say Ikwere is not Igbo, and the history shows that Ikwere is Igbo." Listen, though, and he made reference to the first king of Benin that ended the era of Ogiso and started the Obaship that we are hearing today. It was formerly Ogiso. Then the first Oba of Benin had it written that ab initio that Ikwere, not only Ikwere, there are other communities too, but Ikwere is at the center stage of this because of the way Ohanese structured their interest. That it was written there that Ikwere people are predominantly, significantly Igbos.
Okay, Mr. Akinedu, you can go and on. Tomorrow, we start from this tomorrow. All of our viewers will start because of, I'm looking at my time here this morning. Let me continue with the headlines because it was going somewhere. Daily Trust. Obasanjo, Buhari testify in Paris court. Then I'll have Mr. Assessor Pastor, then Mr. Olagide. Tax bill for passage March. Presidential committee, you are seeing it here. Nigeria was Abuja Kaduna road contract. Hardship, 70 million Nigerians. Good news. 70 million Nigerians to get 75,000 naira each. So as you are looking at me now, don't worry, they will give you 75,000. They give you, come here and tell me so that I can tell our viewers that I'm giving you. Jonathan is telling Nigerians, don't jackpot, stay in Nigeria, things can still get better. So let's stay, all of us stay together. Negative portrayal of Fulani people on the Kano government. Israel-Hamas truce displaced Gaza's head home through robbers. Niger tanker explosion, 86 buried, 43 hospitalized, others missing. Bad news across the weekend in Nigeria. Let me have the punch. My last paper today, I cannot read the others this morning. Labour Party crisis. Obi, Otis Ketika panel drags Abure before Supreme Court. There's a war in Labour Party. Mass deportation, fear, border closure as Trump returns to White House. Donald Trump will be inaugurated today. Yes. So some people are afraid. If you don't have good, maybe it's what it is. Edo Tribunal, police threatening security as violence rises. Like I said, I saw a man with double-barreled gun. It was on Twitter. Two of them, they were walking in Benin like kings with guns, threatening everybody. Niger explosion. Tinubu, Buhari, others mourn as death toll. 86 human beings were burned to death in Niger State. May their soul rest in peace. NLC forced fresh petrol price. Ike says FG sensitive. Nigerians expect fresh petroleum prices hike. So the food that you buy 200 will become 400. Ojota may become 800. God will help us. Labour fears hike with food crisis. Look at it here. Increase in line with rising food price. Dangote is saying that. Gaza, yes, you saw the ceasefire between Israel and Gaza. UN other chairs freed Israelis unite with families. 89,000 Nigerians denied Schengen visa in 2 years, report. Catholic Church suspend Delta priest over secret US wedding. You cannot eat your cake and have it. You want to be a Catholic priest, he has children. So, Eric shareholder tackles AMCON over 445 billion debt claim. These are the front pages of our newspaper this morning. Let me have Mr. Asa this morning. Let's continue our conversation this morning.
Good morning, our viewers. May God bless you. Kinjo Ogba, may God bless you. And Omodua, may God bless you, Dr. Okwoje, and Tunde Okafor, all our viewers. May the Lord Almighty bless you and bless your business and your family in Jesus' name. Amen.
Let's start this morning. Jonathan is telling Nigeria, don't give up. Stay in Nigeria, things will get better. What's your opinion about that?
I don't know why Jonathan and the rest, they think that what Nigerians need is advice. I don't know why they think like that Nigerians need somebody to counsel them. Let me tell you, French people say, un ventre affamé n'a point d'oreille, which means hungry stomach doesn't have an ears. Hungry stomach cannot understand. Before you advance a person, before you could tell somebody, do this thing like this or like that, you must make sure that that person has already eaten. Let me tell you, let me brief you a story. One man was owing people, and as he was owing, he was, troubled. And many people were coming to give him an advice. They will say, do like this, do like that. But that man need money to pay debt. As they were counseling him, he was not satisfied. Another group came to give him some advice about the money he's owing. He asked them, are you coming to give me an advice? They say yes. He said, no, I've gotten a lot of advice. What I need now is somebody to help me and get the cash to pay the people I'm owing. So if Jonathan thinks that Nigerians need advice, no. Nigerians have had an advice too much. What they need now is to live like human beings. They are hungry. They want to eat. Some are lacking job. They want job. And those who have job are having poor salary. They want increasement of salary. Nigerians are facing a lot. What they want is solution. It's not Jonathan coming to tell Nigeria, don't Jakwa, we will build this nation together. He has reason to say that because he doesn't have problem of hunger, he doesn't have problem of education, he doesn't have problem of accommodation, he doesn't have transport problem, light, everything. He has it in abundance. We know he has it. He's a rich man. So in his comfortable, zone or in his a comfortable zone, he can say anything. But this thing that he's saying, I'm seeing it as mockery. He's laughing at Nigerians. How can you tell a person who don't see any hope inside Nigeria, you tell him, don't Jakwa, stay there and die? So you want Nigerians to suffer without hope and die in Nigeria. But you don't tell yourself, don't Jakwa, when they have problem of health, they will travel abroad. Most of their children, all those politicians, are not in Nigeria. Even they don't school in Nigeria. They are doing everything in all those countries that Oyibo have arranged very well. That's where they are. Well, then, who is Jonathan telling to stay in Nigeria? I think he's addressing the politicians, those who are living comfortable
He's addressing
life.
the young Nigerians.
If he's addressing to young Nigerians will consider it as mockery. Look at many youths in Nigeria. They have noticed that there is no hope living in Nigeria. Living in Nigeria, they can't make it. Is it a job? Is it business? Nothing is working in Nigeria. And you are asking such a human being, Don Jakwa, stay. Are you telling the person to stay and die? So Jonathan, is he lacking what? Is he lacking what to tell Nigerians? Because if he want to tell us it go better, we have been hearing it go better for long. And the thing is not getting better. Looking at the country today, you see, very soon, we are expecting the increasement of price of fuel.
Let me go there, sir.
Again.
Kinji Ogba said in one of his comments that why is there no good news in Nigeria? But that's it's a question. But the point is saying this morning that NLC fought fresh petrol price hike, says federal government insensitive. Labour fears that hike will fuel food crisis. Increase in line with rising crude oil price. That's what they're saying that. But wait, do you know that now, anytime soon, the amount of data that you to buy data has been increased? It will be in effect. As a Nigerian, what are you benefiting from the country called Nigeria?
Bad news. We don't benefit any. I'm telling you, I still say it, that it's only our leaders and politicians that are benefiting, and those who have benefited for so long. As a citizen, what can I tell you that I'm benefiting? I'm not benefiting in any. I can't tell you that I'm benefiting anything. The transport fee, the subsidy that all of us were benefiting before, we don't have it again. And you are talking about increasement of communication and all those things very soon. Increasement of price of fuel again. It is only what we are facing is hellfire. If there is benefit, we are benefiting suffering and pain. Excess suffering and pain. That's what every Nigerian is benefiting. Somebody was following us online some time ago. He said from US, he said a prisoner in US is more better than any poor man in Nigeria, even more better than many Nigerians. And it is, looking at it, it is true. Let me tell you a short story. A Nigerian man committed in US. He was taken to court. After judgment, they asked him choose between deportation and the prison in US. They told him, if you choose 3 years in prison in US or being deported to Nigeria. The wife stood up and said, choose prison in US. Choose prison in US. The man refused. He said instead of prison, he preferred to be deported. They deported the man. 3 months, he started to cry and tell the wife, is there anything that you can do? The wife said, you know US, nothing to do. It means that a prisoner in US is better 100 times than a poor man in Nigeria. Are you seeing it? I'm telling you, I repeat it, a prisoner in US have at least one man that was coming from US. Did he say 4 square meal or 3 square meal? A prisoner in US. And all those food that they are eating there is balanced food. And every 6 months, a prisoner will go for medical checkup. You, our moderators, you are standing here. Do you go to medical checkup every 6 months? Do you eat a balanced diet? In Nigeria, you don't eat balanced diet. You eat anything you see. If that thing you eat want to balance in your stomach, it will balance. If it doesn't want, there is no choice. So we don't have choice in Nigeria. A prisoner go for medical checkup every 6 months. Let me tell you, there was one man, that man is in France. He was telling us that, he's very sorry to our country called Nigeria. He said, okay.
Mr. Victor Ajile, good morning and God bless you. You are online. If you are watching, you kindly click on that like button and share and talk. Let's have conversation. Mr. Victor Ajile said, Nigeria as a country needs holistic intensive care treatments. Oluwashino Craig, good morning, sir. Good morning from the UK. He's talking about that Nigeria needs 4 prime ministers. Maybe talking about, okay. And he said that every region in Nigeria needs to develop at its own pace. Mr. Victor Ajile is commenting this morning. Mr. Studio Kafo is here. He said, good morning to you, Mr. Iwan, all our viewers on Flip TV. Mr. Studio Kafo, I've greeted you like I always greet you every morning. Good morning, sir. Mr. Oladewale said that keep hope alive from an elder. Okay. He said that Mr. Victor Ajile said, in the United Kingdom, healthcare is free. The National Healthcare Service, NHS.
Okay.
Mr. Oladewale said that how about free air from Eledumare, that at least we are enjoying free air from God. Okay. Victor Ajile said every road in the United States is tarred. Every road in the United Kingdom has expiry dates. Clarence Chidi, good morning. He said, I hope you all had a great weekend. Yes, God bless you, Mr. Clarence Chidi. We had a great weekend. God bless you. Thanks for watching. Mr. Gossin from Denmark said, good morning. Yes, good morning, sir. We love you.
Okay.
I'm Tudio Okra for advising all and solid that the foundation of Nigeria is not solidified. Nigeria does not have solid foundation. That's what he's saying.
Yes, it's true.
Mr. Nathaniel Abu is saying that why is that under APC and Tinubu's administration, they love taxing our citizens without regard. Subsidy on fuel, electricity, medical and food removed. In Denmark here, hey, God, Mr. Gossin, he said them. In Denmark here, we are in heaven. In Nigeria here, where are we?
We are in Nigeria here. We are in hellfire. Let me tell you something. I want to tell you something. If a poor Nigerian live until when Jesus Christ will come, and that poor Nigerian is alive when Jesus comes, maybe Jesus tell the poor Nigerian, you can't make a heaven, no, because maybe one thing or the other, because of your sin, you can't make heaven. You are going to hellfire. The poor Nigerian will not regret. He will say, oh, okay, so I have to continue where I started.
It's Nigeria.
It's a hellfire now. The person will not regret it too much because he has been in hellfire. And now the Lord come and say, continue there. That's Nigeria. Let me tell you, one person who is in Paris told us something. He said he visited the burial ground of France. When you see in their burial ground, because they used to write the age of everybody on the burial ground, you will see this man died at the age of 95, 90, 95. If you see anybody that died 60, is maybe that person died of cancer. You understand? Or accident. But he say it is from 90, 95. Why? Because every 6 months, a citizen will go for medical checkup. But in Nigeria, I'm telling you, millions of Nigerians carry sickness. And they are walking about with sickness.
Now, let me ask you this question.
Yes.
Do you know what is a deliberator?
A deliberator?
Yes. If somebody slumps if somebody slumps now,
yes,
it's in the UK, all those countries.
Yes.
It can be to revive somebody. Look at how rich Lagos, for example, is. There's no single deliberator here. If somebody slumps and die here, you call Holy Ghost fire or blood of Jesus till the person die. No, not laughing matter. I pour water. How did we? How can? I'm asking you. This is a very silly question.
Yes.
How are Nigerians suffering in the midst of plenty? There's natural resources all around every state in Nigeria. I'll read them maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
There's all states in Nigeria have their natural resources. Now, over the weekend, on Friday, Nigerians are now beginning to eat. You are closing now with this thought.
Yes.
Nigerians are now beginning to eat inside the dustbin, inside the garbage.
Yes.
It was reported on Vanguard.
If they will see food.
I mean, they are even eating from there. The food
If they will see it there.
So how did we get here as a nation as Nigeria?
You know, it's too much. I was telling people who were comparing Nigeria to US. They said this time we are living, even US had the same time, everything will be better. I was telling them this. China started from nothing, and now China has gone to something. India from nothing, and they are getting to something. But Nigeria started from something, and they are going to nothing. Do you see what is happening in Nigeria? What do you talk about? We have all sorts of mineral resources. Recently, we heard that Nigeria made 50 something trillion in crude oil or only. I think you have that news. 50 trillion in crude oil only. And
Clarence Chidi, let me interfere. Clarence Chidi say you are going too far. Here in South Africa, healthcare is free.
Okay, in South Africa, healthcare is free. That's why, let me go back to Jonathan. That's why Jonathan told the Nigerians, don't jakwa. Because they are the people benefiting. He doesn't have problem of health. Our doctors are running every day. Our nurses are running every day. Post salary, post treatment, they are running. And Jonathan is telling us, stay and die in Nigeria. That's what he's saying. Because he doesn't feel what we are feeling. Our leaders don't want to put themselves in our shoe. They are not in our shoe. All this thing that we are crying and we are suffering, when you are saying that this, some will look at you, they say it's poverty that is worrying you. But what is the cause of poverty? You are the cause of poverty. Nigeria is blessed by the Lord Almighty. But all our blessings are being looted by men. Go to their history, they are being looted by men. So Nigerians are suffering. They carry sickness and walk about, no solution. A sick man is hungry, no food. A sick man is facing, would like to buy drug, no money for drug. And you are telling him, don't jakwa, stay and die. So that's where our leaders are leading us. May God help us.
Okay.
Jesus.
Thank you so much. Let me have Evangelist Benjamin Eze-Sinachi. But before I come to the mic, let me read some comments from our viewers, because they are the MVPs on this platform and we appreciate all of our viewers on this platform here. Let me start from here. Mr. Nathaniel Abu said, anyone supporting APC and President Tinubu administration and policies have never experienced Western life before. Mr. Ebisa Godson said, Denmark government did what so-called Nigeria could not do for me. This man, this Mr. Ebisa Godson, tomorrow, if he has a son, and the son want to play football, if he says that his son should not come to Nigeria, so people will be criticizing him, not knowing that this man, look at what he just said now, that what Denmark is doing for him, Nigeria could not do it. Mr. Nathaniel Abu Kosi said, APC and Tinubu only come to power to build a dynasty and to reward his friend. Omo Odua comment today. He said, this man want to finish me with laugh. He said he came to Nigeria to stay for 1 month. He stayed only 2 weeks and he ran away. You understand? Because of money, maybe money, everybody asking for money. Mr. Peter Chooks, now wow, Nigeria is eating from dustbin. Yes, Nigerians are not eating from dustbin. It was reported on Vanguard. Go and read it. Eating garbages. He said, Peter from Mozambique. Mr. Peter from Mozambique, share us your experience. Let us have your own. How is Mozambique? Let's have conversation. Mr. Victor Agile said, there are lots of foodstuff here in England. There is no power outage in the United Kingdom. That's what Mr. Agile is saying. So now they want to say that, Nigeria want to ban you. Nigerians, you have been duped. If you are watching, like, no, that like button. Today I was saying that the problem Nigeria faces today are corruption and bribery. Evangelist Benjamin Eze-Sinachi, let's start conversation this morning. Look at what people are saying from outside of Nigeria, how life is. Look at what we are facing. Let's start from there. Jonathan said,
good morning, our viewers. Kinjo Ogba, Omo Dudua, and Oga Aike, Tunde Okafor, and the rest. God bless you all. Good morning, and good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are watching us from. It is the best time and the best hour to have this great opportunity to speak for us to air our view. God bless you all.
So Jonathan is saying that that's why Nigerians don't give up, stay in Nigeria and build your nation. Other nations that were good were built by the youth or the people of that nation. You agree, Jonathan, that all of us should stay in Nigeria and let's build Nigeria together.
Now, Jonathan.
Kate Perry, good morning, guys, and happy new year. God bless you, Kate Perry.
God bless you.
I've greeted you this
Good
morning. As you are watching, click on that like button. Let's have conversation.
Jonathan said we should stay together and build the Nigeria. The same Jonathan that have opportunity to build Nigeria and Ejakpa. Yes. The same Jonathan opportunity was given to him to be a president of Nigeria. And he had the opportunity, I will not forget, let me remind him his statement. He said there was a time he did not have shoe. He did not have clothes. He did not have this, he did not have that. Yes, he didn't have them. Finally, God have remembered him for him to have it, in order for him to use that opportunity to give an avenue for Nigerians to have their own shoe, who could not have their own shoe. You understand? But Jonathan useless the opportunity. And when he had another opportunity again, the same Jonathan Jakpa, and the same man is telling me not to Jakpa, that I should stay. When himself Jakpa, in the same country, even when he is in position to make sure that things balance and for people not to Jakpa, he first of all Jakpa, then he's telling me now not to Jakpa. My beloved, let me tell you this. There is this my age mate. We grew up together. As I'm talking to you, he had an opportunity to leave this country. If I tell you what this guy have achieved in life, whenever I look, if he comes back, shame no they let me go meet him. Because this is a guy that I could remember back in the years I paid his school fees. You understand? I contributed in his school fees. But today, as I talk to you, this guy, where he is now, only God will come down and help me to reach there. I have that feelings. And Mr. Goodluck, Jonathan, you are telling us not to japa, that Nigeria go better, may we stay work together. Let me tell you this. If Nigeria is actually working, if there is hope in this country, I don't think that any Nigerian citizen will think of japa.
Let me ask you this question. Let's go to the Evangelist Benjamin is in Nigeria. Are you fasting? You're a pastor. Are you fasting now?
No, I will start tomorrow.
Okay, but have you eaten?
No, it's tomorrow.
No, I'm coming with you. Have you eaten now?
No, eat, okay. We will no good. I've eaten, but not this morning.
Do you know
Thank
that?
God I ate yesterday.
Do you know that as I'm talking now, most Nigerians, this is a fact, don't even know what to eat this morning.
Of course. Is it not when you have hope, then you now have confidence? There is no hope. Not to talk of confidence. So let's not even touch that side much because it is too obvious. Imagine man, a whole human being, now wake up. The only option he had was to go to the bush, to dustbin, to waste bin in search of food. If there is any that anybody by mistake throw away so that he can feed on to keep living in a country where we have many resources. You understand me? Let me tell you, the jackpot we are talking about here, by the grace of God, I have tried to make move. You understand me? You have tried to make move even before now. You understand? The people that jackpot, if you see what they goes through, both those that jackpot through the road.
I'm sorry to cut this short.
Okay.
I like reading. I like how Mr. Agile is really educating Nigerians here.
Okay.
He said, Nigerian police DPO earns 160,000 naira per month. That's 140 pounds per calendar in a month. He said in England, a healthcare assistant earns 130 pounds per day. That means, yes, that according to him, that means that's like close to like 120,000 in a day. A DPO earns 140,000 naira in a month. Where do we get here? And Mr. Kijoba, you are a very correct man with your analysis. Let's continue. And as you are watching, share, like and share. Let's other people comment. Well, drop your comments. Let's continue.
As I was saying, if Nigeria is working, no Nigerian person will like to travel. I bet you. Nobody will like to leave this country. But because it's not working, that is why people are trying to japa. Like I've said before, I have tried it. But if you know how much people spend, sometimes people, you understand me, close their account and use another person's account to cover up in order for them to scale through to Europe. What are we even, not just Europe, or to other parts of the country, what are we actually going there? Because we know that when we go there, there is a little hope than here. Listen to me, how much is per dollar today? $100. Are you getting it? $100. Let me say $100, just as we hold 100 naira. That is the way they hold $100. Then $100, how much is it in Nigeria today? If you change it, it's pushing 200K. Are you getting it? Then, which work are you doing that you make 200K? Thank God, look at the analysis. A whole DPO of Nigerian police in a month is earning 140 140,000 or 150,000 in a whole month. And that 150,000 naira that is in a month is $100 is more than that.
Why would he be correct?
Why won't he be thinking of alternative for him to leave Nigeria? Because he knows by the time he leave Nigeria and he work in overseas for complete 6 good months, Baba, if he come back, I was opportune to the glory of God. Area G here. I entered Area G. I was I sat down. I was listening to 2 police people discussing. They were talking about one Nigerian police, their colleagues who had the opportunity, the guy, Jakpa. Now, do you know how much that guy sent for them monthly?
Oh, wait, a police officer ran away from
Nigeria here. I'm saying Area G is not far from here. You understand? The guy, Jakpa, Nigerian police, Jakpa, he live Nigeria. Nigerian police is the one sharing it, discussing it, telling me to my ear, saying it to my ear, how much this guy used to send to them. And this is a man that bury it even as a Nigerian police. Now, there is no month, I don't know how much he's sending to them now. According to what they said at that time, they say sometimes the guy will just, those their colleagues, those their team, he will just tip them 50K, sometimes 30K, depending how, as the day come. You understand? Then a man like this, when he was in Nigeria, to give people 1,000 a problem.
200.
You understand?
But now, as you are closing, because I'm giving you 1 minute for you want to do a program, but let's just close that. That means Nigeria is not under any spiritual problem.
No. It's not spiritual. Nigeria, like I said before, and I want to still say it again, Nigeria doesn't have problem. The problem of Nigeria are the Nigerians. And those Nigerians are the people in power.
Okay, so let me read some comments before you go this morning. It says that, but it says, okay, another person is to come and comment on that. But Jonathan is saying the right thing. Nigeria and Nigerians are the ones to solve their problem.
Yes, it's not
Nobody
spiritual.
will do it for us. Showing ethnicity and religious bigotry. That's Mr. Nanele Abu who is saying that. David Akafo said that, Mr. Sudo Akafo said, Goodluck Jonathan contributed a lot in the corruption syndrome.
In Nigeria,
Actually said Nigerians are wicked. They have all benefited from the dividends of democracy in the Western world, but yet they don't want Nigeria to live a better life. Mr. Agoli said evangelist is always on point. Mr. Agile said today £1 is 2,050 naira. Mr. Abu said that Nigeria at the moment is not fair on our citizens, but nobody can solve problem except we Nigerians by shunning ethnicity and religious bigotry. Pastor, you not be around. You not be around this particular time. You are going. You can just.
Yeah. By the special grace of God, starting from tomorrow, I will be a little bit absent for some days, like 7 days, because the ministry is resuming tomorrow. You understand? The activities is resuming tomorrow. So, and I want to carry it by the grace of God. I want to carry it for 7 days in order to revive. Then I will now have my time to be coming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, as usual. Because after this 1 week, then I will be having a 3 days program in days like Tuesdays, that's my deliverance day, Thursdays, the normal service, and Sunday service, as you know. That's why I said Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, I will be live here with you.
Okay.
God will bless you.
Thank you so much, Evangelist Ben.
Yeah,
so for that 1 weekend, he will not be around. You have heard him. So, but he will resume back from next week. No, wait. Let me have it's not my turn. So, because I'm looking at my time. Good morning, sir. So let me start from this comment. This morning. I'm looking at my time here. Anytime. It's what it is. It said that Nigeria, but Jonathan is saying the right thing. Nigeria and Nigerians are the ones to solve their problem. Nobody will do it for us. Jonathan said Nigerians stay in Nigeria and develop Nigeria. That nobody should ask him, you should not jackpot. What's your opinion about that? Let's have this conversation.
So, you see, Jonathan is simply an individual. As an individual, he has a right to hear his view. He has a right to hear his view, to say what he thinks, how he sees an issue, and he has the right to express it the way he feels he sees it. And as far as not imposing it on anybody, it's not forcing it on anybody. He has a right to say whatever to say and to express his view whichever way he sees it. It's also important for individual too, who is listening to him, who heard him, to choose either to do what he says, to go by his advice, or ignore it. Nobody's forced. If Jonathan says nobody should japa, it's left for you as individual to know, to either take to his advice or ignore it. If you believe in what he says, you stay. If you don't believe in what he says, you japa for your life, for your own future. Nobody should be. No, it's not forcing anybody. So nobody should crucify him. Nobody should. I've listened to some contributors or reviewers who say some things. It's a statement that is a fundamental right to say. It's not left for you to either take it or leave it. So it's not for anybody. But this is my own stand on this matter. Donald Trump is going to be sworn in today, 20th of January. And Donald Trump said today he will begin the raiding of all the today he will begin the raid of all illegal immigrants in US. And that he will even use military to back up that exercise. Meaning that they will smoke out, they will fish out every illegal immigrant in US of whatever country you come from. He said, go back to your country. I'm quoting Trump now. He said, go back to your country and develop your country. Go back to your country and develop your country. If Donald Trump who says that, he knows that only you, the citizen of your country, can develop your country. You can bring people outside the country to come and do business, but no country will surrender political power of its country to a foreigner. Nigeria will only be the one that will be ruling Nigeria, will only be in position of authority. We will say, Ghanaians, come and take over our political power, political office, and be ruling us. But we can say, Ghanaian businessmen, come here and invest and start a business. American businessmen, come here and start a business. Establish company for. But we don't say American come to our political office and occupy political office and begin to take over political position and rule us. So that means if you cannot cede, if you cannot surrender political area of our national life to foreigners, that we are the one that must do it, then that means other areas of life too, we should not surrender it. We should stand by it. We should stay by it and correct it and fix it and put it in order for it to work for us. So those who believe that it is our responsibility to stay in Nigeria and fix the problem of Nigeria, they should stay and remain. Those who feel that no, they can't bear this hardship, they can't bear this situation they are going through. If there's a way for them to go outside the country to seek greener pasture, let them go. So it's a choice that individual must choose which one you feel best to you. But what I'm trying to say is that let all Nigerians know that it is our responsibility to fix whatever problem we have in this country. Not foreigners who come and do it, but because it's a political position, it's a political duty.
NLC fought. This is the last something. But this is the Punch headline. Punch is saying NLC fought fresh petrol price hike. Says federal government insensitive. Labour fears hike with fuel food prices increase in line with rising food price. That's what Dangote is saying. What are your opinions about that? We might experience another new petrol hike very soon.
It has been announced last week. Dangote has raised the price of its fuel products. What we were thinking was that when the Nigerian government announced Port Harcourt refinery to back in operation, thinking that by the time they put their products in the market, it will force down prices of petroleum products. But to our surprise, no product is coming to the market. Not from Warri, not from Port Harcourt. That means the government is deceiving us. The only supply we have now is from Dangote. Yes, or imported fuel. And as Dangote being a private entity, he has to source for his crude outside to before it will be refined. I know how much we know what it goes for sourcing of crude from outside. It will be bought at OPEC price at a local exchange rate. Exchange rate is there to convert to buy at the OPEC price. Bringing the crude to Nigeria too cheap, paying import charges, transportation and co. Before you now talk of cost of the production, refining, all these costs will make the price of the only source we have, which is Dangote, to go up. Tinubu said they gave them naira-based crude, 450,000 barrels per day, to be purchased at equivalent as naira. We have not seen what effect of that on the local supply from Dangote end. So Dangote has no choice than to factor all the cost of production into his products and the eventual price at which it will be sold. So we have seen that last week. We have seen that last week. It's because there is no alternative to supply only from Dangote or from imported. So as far as it's concerned, there's nothing we can do than to abide with only what we are given to buy the public, because Dangote is the only source now. So if Dangote is factoring all cost of production into his products, you don't blame him. He's a businessman. So government is wanting to be blamed. Who deceive us that the products is already the refineries are working, whereas it's not working. There's no alternative to product from Warri, Port Harcourt. The only one we have is one from Dangote, and now it become a monopoly, or alternatively the one imported. So that's what the government should be blamed for the current petroleum prices hike in price that we are expressing now.
Okay, thank you so much for coming, sir.
Mr. Olaji, I'm Mr. Olaji, I remain Mr. Olaji. Good morning, Mr. Ukwoji. Bless you wherever you are and all our viewers. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I need to know your name now.
Okay, the Waymaker TV.
Okay, the Waymaker TV is here this morning. Can you come to the mic? Let's have a conversation this morning. Good morning, sir. The Waymaker TV, that's his name. Let's start from here. Let me some comments. King Joe Ogba said, in the year 2002, when I was in Cotonou, $1 was 550 CFA, and today $1 is 600 after 23 years. That's what we call organized country. Should I read it again? He said when he was in Cotonou,
yes,
$1 was 450 CFA. Today 600 is 600 after 23 years.
Yes.
Look at Nigeria after 23 years of dollar. Let's have a conversation about that. Because Jonathan said Nigerians don't leave this country, stay in Nigeria to build Nigeria. What are your opinions? Let's start this morning.
My brother, thank you for having me this morning. Jonathan is a disappointment to Nigerians. I keep telling people before now, yes, that President Jonathan was just an unfortunate, a man who God brought to come and wipe away the tears, the cry of Nigeria. But unfortunately, he came as a disappointment. Under President Jonathan, we know how he messed up the economy. Under his tenure, a crude oil was selling at a higher rate. But because of his negligence, because of his I don't care attitude, he brought us to where we are before we get to Buhari. Let's come to think about it. Some people might oppose me that why am I criticizing Buhari, Jonathan this morning? If Jonathan would have done the right thing, we would have not experienced somebody like Jonathan, Buhari, not to talk less of this Tinubu. It was the failure that Jonathan refused to abide by the agreement, the people who brought him to power, that make Buhari to come to power. Why do I have to say this? Jonathan was agreed that he is only spending 4 years after he spent 2 years of late Yar'Adua. But he came to office. Power was tostigating him. Even when power was tostigating him, he knows that he cannot fight the cabal. He will have just stepped aside in that 2015 and allow Hausa man to come. Then we will have escaped Buhari, which has caused a lot of catastrophe to Nigeria, which has taken Nigeria backward, 50 years backward. Now we will have not have somebody like Tinubu, because if Buhari will have not been a president, it will have been difficult for Jagaban, the Jagaban of Africa, to be a president of Nigeria. So I am highly disappointed in Jonathan today. These politicians are the cause of what we are passing through. They molest dollar, they molest naira, so that they can achieve their aim. Don't forget that it was during Jonathan he was proposing to make 5,000 naira note in order for them to steal Nigeria resources. As I talk to you now, yesterday I make a content. I said, look at how many of Nigeria remember this man. Who do I mean by this man? I mean 10 naira, 20 naira, 5 naira. They are all forgotten. I remember when we were growing up, when you were driving, you see policeman, the next thing they requested from you is 20 naira, 10 naira. When you give them, they will be happy. Today, can you boldly give 20 naira to a policeman? The policeman will pour spit on your face. That is the level we are. So Nigeria politicians, they have destroyed this country. But Jonathan said that running to abroad is not advisable. I think they are insane. So okay, if they are not insane, my brother, before you bring another topic, if Jonathan said that we should stay in this country, that Nigeria will be better, ask him, why are they sending their children to overseas to go and school?
Now, let's talk about this. Somebody said, let me read the comments. He said, Mr. Klanchidi said, our population was supposed to be a blessing, but fortunately, it is a curse. China is bigger than us in population, larger than us population. India, why do you think that Nigeria is like this?
Nigeria is like this, my brother. That's why I keep respecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a true leader. They should free that young man. Nigeria is like this because the foundation from the beginning is a wrong foundation. And the Bible said if the foundation is being destroyed, what can the righteous do? It's to repair it. And if you want to repair it, you have to split this country. Because as it is right now, nobody can repair. My brother, if you see your father's old house, and you see that the foundation where your father build that house, it cannot carry 2-story building. You say you don't make money. Instead of you to demolish that your father's house, make you start from the beginning they build. You can't say, I don't get money now. As my father carry and reach this thing, make I build 2-story building. You are only wasting your time. That is how they build Nigeria. Nigeria was built on fourth foundation, and they need to collapse that foundation, and everybody should start. That's why we are saying that this country needs to be split. Because look at it, during Jonathan would appear Nigeria. Jonathan came, he do all, he left. Buhari, I remember many people that time, even in the church, in the mosque, everybody said Nigeria Messiah have come, Black Jesus has come. What happened? At the end of the day, Buhari took us back to 50 years. Now we are in Jagaban. With this Jagaban, 1 year plus, Nigeria cannot feed. Nigeria Nigeria hardly feed 2 square meals a day. That is the situation.
One of our viewers said this morning, Mr. Nadal Abu said, hello, gentlemen. Under Jonathan, Nigeria was the fastest growing economy in Africa. Nigeria needed an eye bender since Jonathan was weak. So he said that under Jonathan the economy was good. Then how did we get here?
Under Jonathan government, the economy was good. What did Jonathan save? If you forgot that Okonjo-Iweala was shouting on top of the wall that day, that the world should hear her. Nigeria are consuming everything you make, my brother. If you are a businessman, today you go to market, you make 1 million naira. You come, you throw a party, you spend the money. Tomorrow you might go to market, you don't go see 1 naira. Nigeria did not save for a rainy day. That's why we are suffering now. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Jonathan, look at how they looted Nigeria under this President Jonathan. If Jonathan have every opportunity to build seaport in Southeast to some of my Southeast brothers, Jonathan have everything to build an international airport in Southeast. Did you do anything? Even the Otueke, where he come from, Jonathan could not do anything. The last time when fraud came, fraud followed the whole community. That is to tell you that even Jonathan is a big failure. So none of them is exception. All of them, they are failure. So for him to open his mouth and say Nigeria should not travel, we should stay, Nigeria will be better, I am highly disappointed in him, and he's a failure.
Nigerians like this because we love our voting ethnicity and religion over competence. What is your opinion?
Yes, of course. We will not take that one from him. Every country have what they believe. That's why we are saying that Nigeria is built on the wrong foundations. Over the north there, they will tell them that if you kill a military man, you go to heaven. That is their belief. Yes. So you expect that religions and ethnicity will play, my brother. With Jonathan, Buhari was the one that brought ethnicity. We saw what Buhari did. 8 years of Buhari, we see how he bring the northerners, the Fulani, everybody. So there's nothing we can do.
Okay, thanks so much for coming. Let me have Pastor.
Thank you so much.
Let me have Pastor Matthew this morning. Then we close the conversation this morning. Maybe I will give Christian. Oh, this man. Good morning, Pastor. The son of Jagaban is around. That's why I'm laughing. Pastor, what is the way forward for Nigeria? India population 1.5 billion, China 1.4 billion, Nigeria just 100 million, and things are not working. What do you think should be done? Jonathan is saying, don't leave Nigeria. Nigeria, you should stay and build this nation. What are your opinions about that?
How can Jonathan ask people not to leave? Jonathan cannot ask people not to leave. If people have means of leaving the country and are going to do a genuine thing over there, I don't think Jonathan is justified to ask anybody not to leave. Because the only people who are enjoying Nigeria is the people who are in his category. The politicians, some level of business class and all that. So any average person that have the means of living and he is going there for a legitimate life business, I think the person should leave.
Okay, I think that what Jonathan is saying to you, you don't buy it. So let's talk about the fact that population is not a problem. There's a good news now to Nigeria. From the, I want to add this news. Yeah, okay. Daily Trust said that 70 million Nigerians to get 75,000 naira each. What's your opinion about that?
Who is saying that?
Daily Trust is saying that hardship, 70 million Nigerians are going to get 75,000 naira each.
From who? Who is giving the money? Is it government?
It's really the government. This is on the headline.
But 75,000 is nothing to write on my back. What can 75,000 do? And another thing is it a one-off thing or it's a routine thing? You know the problem we have in this part of the world. It's a good thing that you want to come about with the reforms. I'm talking about on the part of the government. And you are saying that the reform is coming with hardship. You needed to take urgent steps in addressing the concerns of particularly the vulnerable among us. Since Batedu was suspended on allegation of paying money meant for the vulnerable for Lagos and Akwa Ibom to private account or personal account of some individuals, the government have not tell us whether the allegation is true and what they are doing in that regard to reach out to the vulnerable to address their concern, to address their plight. The government is not telling us. And it's a necessity, it's something that belongs on government to do, because the welfare of the people should have been the priority of the government. So for me, it's not entirely wrong or bad, but the question is, what can 75,000 do in the life of somebody in Nigeria of today? And is it a one-off thing, or is something they hope to sustain for some time to enable them cope with the hardship of life under this current situation?
Obasanjo Buhari testify in Paris court, $6 billion Mambilla power project deal. How does this kind of news come to you?
The government of the day had said that Buhari was not compelled to testify, that it was something he did willingly. But again, let me say that if it is in interest of Nigeria to save them from embarrassment and loss of fund, I don't think it's wrong, because it is only in this part of the world you see an ex-president or a sitting president as a god. It's not like that in other part of the world. But the point is, if they are testifying will save Nigeria lots of fund, I don't see anything wrong in it.
Let's go to the issue of Kemi Badenoch. She has attacked Nigeria again, according to the Vanguard. Say that Nigeria has terrible government, which are destroying Nigerian life. Presidency has replied and said that we are saddened by our rhetoric. What do you think about Kemi Badenoch's opinion about Nigeria?
No, you know, we have said the other time that we need more of Kemi Badenoch, because when she speaks, Nigeria feel embarrassed, and that embarrassing situation will make them to act. Don't forget that after she spoke the other time, the IG hurriedly rushed to make a pronouncement, charging police officers in the field to going forward, stop searching the phone, arbitrary search of phone of Nigerians, particularly the youth. Don't forget that this is what led to NSAS protests when the essence of the now disbanded SARS was on the wrong side. So the point is, the woman is right, because one, she already have a first-hand experience of Nigerian situation, and she's not in a better environment. So when she speaks, She's speaking from her experience in Nigeria and making comparison with what happened in her current abode. So let her continue speaking and let Nigerian government continue to be embarrassed. So that embarrassment will not make them to act.
War in Labour Party as different factions they are going to court. And that is why I say that we are heading to court. We don't want Abure as our chairman again. What do you think about the PDP in crisis, Labour Party in crisis? What does that mean for Nigerian opposition party? It's only 2027 election.
To be quite honest with you, I'm at a loss why the technical committee appointed by Obi and Abia State Governor Alex Oti will be fighting Abure to Supreme Court. I thought Abure is their choice. But see what is happening currently, it's going to show that the crisis in that party is beyond what is in public glare. And I want to hope that it's something they can resolve out of court, because it is not healthy for democracy if we are seeing opposition going into crisis to the point we are seeing. Because we are even saying that opposition political parties should come together as a way of putting the government of the day on their toe. But if they are in crisis, who will now checkmate the sitting government? For me, I think I should pray for them to resolve that.
Now, let's talk about where NLC Punch headline. NLC fought fresh petrol prices hike. Says federal government insensitive. Labour fears hike will fuel food increase. Increase in line with rising food price. Dangote is saying that we might experience a hike in the fuel prices now in Nigeria. The way things are going. Number one. Number two, on Friday Vanguard, we saw Nigerians are beginning to eat from dustbin in garbage. It was reported. What is the way forward for Nigeria with the way things are going about this fuel prices hike now? What is the way forward? Saying NSC are saying we don't want fuel prices hike. Federal government is very sensitive that things are going to get costlier. Dangote is saying no, it's not our fault. It is in line with crude oil prices. What do you think?
Even if you say it's in line with crude oil prices, we begin to ask, what is the necessity, what is the importance of having our refinery here in Nigeria? Well, we are thinking that, okay, currently the government made us to understand that they have been regulated, meaning that marketers are at liberty to import refined products even while Dangote refinery is in existence, and they made us to understand that Port Harcourt refinery, what refinery is already producing. The argument is, if it's cheaper to import, why is independent marketers not importing? If independent marketers are not importing, it's going to show that there's something wrong.
Pastor, where is our new refinery that they said it's working?
That is the point I'm trying to make. Because if the argument of organized labor before now is that before you deregulate, let us have our refineries working. Let us be refining locally. Now we are refining locally. Both government-owned refinery and private refinery or Dangote, that is even a single train refinery in the world, in the whole world. At the same time, the price of PMS is not coming down. So I think there's a cartel somewhere. There's something the government, the regulator, the operators in the industry is not telling us. So ordinarily, if it is properly deregulated, like they want to make us believe, I think independent marketers would have been going outside to bring refined products. But for me, I'm at a loss why the price of refined product is not coming down, even at this level.
Dangote refinery. Let's Dangote refinery. Donald Trump will be sworn in as the president today. Some Nigerians are afraid, mass opposition and everything. What do you expect from? I'm talking about geopolitical politics across the nations of the world. What do you expect? US is the world leader. They are the number one democratic nation in the world. What do you expect from Donald Trump in the leadership that is expected to come from him? What do you expect?
Trump has made it abundantly clear that he's going to sign series of executive orders. And Trump has made it very clear that he's going to move against illegal immigrants. When you say illegal, those who may not have proper documentation to stay. And Trump has made it very clear that he's going to move against transgender, like homosexual, lesbianism. So I think these are things that will shape American government in the next days, in coming days. And he has made it very clear that he's going to rapidly and aggressively put America on a path of growth. So I think this is a trajectory that we are going to expect with Trump.
Okay, thanks so much for coming, Pastor Emi Christian. Let me have conversation with Mr. Christian. Mr. Christian, let me have conversation with him this morning. Let Mr. Christian come. He's coming now. Let me have conversation with him this morning. Then maybe Mr. Kule and then Mr. Femi. Mr. Christian, you know the speaker. Come to the mic.
Yeah, okay.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
So Mr. Christian is here. Let's go to the conversation. Jonathan is telling Nigerian youth, good Jonathan, don't jackpot, stay in Nigeria till you get better. What are your opinions about that?
In Peking, in Nigeria. Say in Peking, in Nigeria. Tinubu Peking, in Nigeria. Tinubu daughter in Nigeria. Akpabi, all of them. You should tell them, the senators, the lawmakers, all of them first. Tell those one first, maybe they're picking no jackpot. Because they tell poor man, where they suffer. Those rich men, where they go outside for healthcare, go, if you hear them do them, they go run, go UK. Tell those one first. Leadership by example. We will not listen to Jonathan if he does not lead by example. Tell the leaders, the lawmakers, commissioners, the ministers, everybody that is a politician. Tell Tinubu, if he's sick, may he stay Nigeria, may no jackpot. So all these things I don't understand. I don't think he's serious what he's saying.
So you disagree, Jonathan, who said that Nigerian youth they should stay and build Nigeria. Let's talk about this.
Okay, you are telling Nigerian youth to stay and build Nigeria. Are you giving Nigerian youth the opportunity to lead? From the president to the Senate president to the vice president, are they youths? Look at, I think it's Senegal. Look at the president of Senegal, a young man. Are you giving the young people the opportunity to rule? Instead, you are using them as stout, agbero, as PA. Even at the state assembly, are you giving young people opportunity to rule? All these things are just hypocritical. They are just being hypocritical. That's my take on that.
Daily Trust is saying negative portrayal of Fulani unwarranted. Kano government is saying. How do you see the Fulani people of Nigeria? Well, the Kano government should be a Fulani man. They say that they have been portrayed negatively, the Fulanis of Nigeria. What are your opinions about that?
Who be Boko Haram? Who be bandits? Who be Lakurawa? Who are those people entering people's farm to kill farmers? Who are they? Who are those that make sure that Isheshe festival is not being carried out in Ilori, a Yoruba state? Who are those dragging for the stool of the Alafi of Oyo using the Islamic whatever? Who are those that killed Deborah? Who are those that are rejecting the tax bill? See, let them not gaslight us. If the Fulani are good, we will know. If they are bad, we will know. For now, the Fulani are causing a lot of problems in Nigeria. Insecurity, then they there. In fact, dragging the nation back, then they there. So, there's nothing you can tell people about Fulani. They have a history of, look at Uthman Danfodio, look at Amadou Bello. One of the reasons that he was killed was his hatred and bigotry for other people in Nigeria. So if Uthman Danfodio, the grandfather of the Fulani, wanted to put I think it's the Quran in Atlantic Ocean, all they know is conquering, everywhere they go, they conquer and cause trouble. So Fulani are the problem.
Let's talk on Saturday. I don't think we were here on Saturday. Asutan Bata emerged as the new Ohanes in the President General. Equates are saying maybe some part of Equates are saying no. They have all these titles, they have stripped him of it, number one. Number two, that Equates are not Igbos. What are your opinion about that this morning?
I will just use 30 seconds for this answer. I am from Abia State, Isugwato. Isugwato is not Igbo. Nena, Ikwere is not Igbo. Isugwato is not Igbo. I'm Isugwato. Can't you see that sense? Ikwere is not Igbo. Okay. Uzuakol is not Igbo. Because their language is different from the normal Igbo language. There are some languages they speak in Enugu, in Abia State, that are different from the normal Igbo language. So Isugwato is not Igbo. That's my answer. Because when you are from the southeast region, and because of your Ikwere language is sounding somehow, you are saying you're not Igbo. Okay, somebody from Nkwani, somebody from Ohafia, somebody from Olu is not Igbo now. That's the same thing. Ikwere is not Igbo. You are from Olu, you are not Igbo. You decide not to be Igbo. Igbo is a general term for everybody in the old southeast region.
So now let's talk about this. Good news for all Nigerians. 70 million Nigerians to get 75,000 naira each. according to the Daily Trust, because of hardship.
I'm not a Nigerian. No, I'm not a Nigerian.
But you spend in Naira.
I'm not a Nigerian.
Then which passport do you have?
Eh?
I mean, you have a passport.
Okay, you want to force me to
No,
become a Nigerian?
I'm just asking questions.
I deny being a Nigerian for this one.
Okay.
The 70,000 naira is going to APC members at different secretariats and local governments and party meeting and where the money they go. You understand that one?
Okay, let's talk about this. Obasanjo, Buhari testify in court $6 billion Mambilla power project. What are your opinions about that?
I think Tinubu is taking a bold step on that. This is the first time in history whereby a president will go and testify in court over a fraud. Is it a fraud contract of $6 billion, Mambilla power, whatever. And I would say kudos to what the president Tinubu is doing on this particular matter. I don't support Tinubu. He's not a leader. He's a political jagaban. So he's playing politics. Whatever APC is doing now, they are doing it to show. It's for show. It's not for governance.
Kemi Badenoch has started again with Nigeria. He said, Kemi Badenoch attacks Nigeria again. Says our terrible government destroys life. We are saddened by our rhetoric. His presidency is replying her. Back and forth, Kemi Badenoch and Nigerian government. What's your opinion about this kind of policy between Kemi Badenoch and Nigeria?
Thank God, Kemi Badenoch is not an Igbo person, a Yoruba person. Kemi Badenoch's family well-to-do before they became poor by the inflation in Nigeria, by the Nigerian economy. There's now Japa. What do you expect from a Kemi Badenoch to talk about Nigeria? Looking at Nigeria was even better then when she Japa. Then looking at it now, if you look at many people that leave Nigeria, the stories they tell about Nigeria is even worse than Kemi Badenoch. Kemi Badenoch is just speaking the minds of many people abroad. That's just it.
So let's have this conversation before I say goodbye today, this morning. Labour Party crisis. We are heading to court. That's what Usman is saying. Crisis in the PDP, crisis in the Labour Party. What is the future for the opposition in Nigerian politics?
Well, on the Labour Party issue, I look at Ned Nwoko. He joined ABC from PDP, joined ABC because he wants to still retain that his senatorial position, or even.
Has he joined the APC?
Yes, now he has joined APC. He wants to for the senatorial position. He's not interested in the people. When we have selfish politicians, you can have Tinubu make sure if the opposition party are not selfish politicians, it will be difficult to disband them. But when we have selfish people that can be bought with money, that can be bought with anything, we expect all these things are happening. I see. There's no opposition for Tinubu 2027. Tinubu 8 years straight.
Why? No. Okay, why let you go? What are the indices, or why do you think that the Bola will spend 8 years? I'm closing. Let's close with that.
Number one, you don't have an electoral system that is transparent. You don't have institutions that are strong enough to protect the rights of the people, or to make sure the votes of the people reflect on the election that is going to be cast. So when you have a faulty INEC, the person in power can use INEC to win election. That's just the basis of everything.
So Nigerians should not even bother to vote in 2027 election.
Who are the Nigerians? Nigerians that are hungry. Person mama they collect. People a dickiness go collect bribe to vote. So who are Nigerians don't exist. They don't exist.
We are closing now. Final thought here. On Friday, it was on the Vanguard that Nigerians are now beginning to eat from the dustbin.
I'm not in Nigeria now.
No. How does that come to you? No, even you as a personal person. How does that come to you?
They should go to the soccer way and drink also. That's an advice I'm giving.
Wow, that's a very bad advice. But thank you for coming, Mr. Christian. Okay, all of our viewers, thanks so much for watching. We love you. We appreciate you. You have come to the end of the program this morning. You can hear a judge. They brought a speaker as it's disturbing the background. So well, thanks for watching. Let's always stay with us. We love you. We appreciate you. From King Joe Ogba, God bless you. Omo Odua 1 Odua Agbewa. God bless you, Omo Odua. God bless you, King Joe Ogba, once again. Dr. Okwaji, God bless you. Maazi David Tunde Okafor, God bless you. Mr. Olumide, God bless you. Mr. Ola Adewale, God bless you. Mr. Victor Ajileye, God bless you. Mr. Clarence Chidi, God bless you. Ebenezer Godson, God bless you. Mr. Nathaniel Abu, God bless you. Miss Precious Ikedi, God bless you. Miss Kate Perry, God bless you. Miss Gladys Oyabo, God bless you. Mr. Peter Chus, God bless you. Mr. Yes, all these names, we love you, we appreciate you. We thank you for always watching us. Mr. Adije Longe, all of you, you are our MVPs on this platform. We love you. Thanks for always watching us, for always taking your time to watch us. We love you. By tomorrow, another edition will be here. And mind you, stay on Flip TV. Other videos will be posted as regards what has happened in Nigeria today and across over the weekend. So stay with us. All the videos will be posted, what has happened, all of our programs. Kindly watch them. They are educative. God bless all of our viewers once again. Thank you for watching. It's a lovely Monday. Tuesday edition will be here tomorrow morning by 8:30 a.m. tomorrow. Thanks for watching and God bless all of our viewers. You are the MVPs on this platform. You are the kings and queens on this platform. We love you, all of our viewers. God bless you. It's a lovely day here. Bye for now. You want to answer from me? It's saying God bless each and every one of you.